Hey everyone, so I am going to Laguna Clay. Oh, sorry Jax, he wants to be in the video too. Headed to Laguna Clay headquarters. It's in the City of Industry, so it's actually somewhat close to where I live. It's like an hour away. So I am planning the next collection. I think I have everything I need on this list to buy. It's gonna be a big day today. For, right babe? For spending, getting all the supplies I need for the fall and winter collection for 2022, but I'm really excited. We have a lot of new ideas based off of my Continental Divide Trail hike, which I just finished a week and a half ago. So I'm hitting the ground running because the ceramic process from start to end takes at least a month for each batch. And in every batch, I would say for me, it's like a kiln load. I can maybe do 20 pieces at a time because my kiln is somewhat small. So anyway, we got to hit the ground running. And yeah, I'm really excited about the designs. I'll talk more about the designs a little bit later, but a lot of new designs this time from my inspiration from the trail. So stay tuned on my little shopping trip and more. Got everything. I think I was in the store for like 2 hours. But there it is. So excited. Gonna play with some new clays, new effects, and I'll go more into that later. But yeah, really excited to play with all the clay and all the new glazes. Welcome to the studio. Sometimes it's outdoors when it's nice. Luckily it's nice most of the year because I live in Southern California. So we're gonna be doing some things outside today, and when the weather isn't great, or it's the winter and it's kind of cold at night after work when I'm doing this stuff, I'll go into the garage and do my work there. So home studio. And today I'm going to be kind of showing you what I got at Laguna Clay specifically, and then I'm going to be weighing the clay out to prepare it for throwing. And I'm also going to be wedging the clay to make sure there's, to minimize air bubbles in the clay because that is detrimental sometimes when I'm throwing. So I hope you enjoy the scenes today. Here's all the clay that I bought, minus one that's on the wedging table right now. So this plus the one over on the wedging table is 200 pounds of clay, and you can see it's all different colors. So we're going to be playing around a lot with the different clays I've used. This is speckled buff. I love this clay. I've used it many times for the river crossing design and also the earthy desert sunrise design. This is B-Mix. I've also used this, but this I've used speckled. This is not speckled. So I want to see how much more vibrant specifically the desert sunrise is with this clay without the speckles. And then I have different browns. I got some terracotta over here to make planters specifically. So I'm gonna use blue glaze for that. And then I have a couple of darker brown clays to play with too. One of them, I think it might be this one, is the electric brown that I love. So excited to use this. And each one is 25 pounds. So total 200 pounds of clay that I'm hoping to use all of for our fall winter collection. So I'm preparing for the holiday fall winter collection, and I'm also doing a couple of events in Southern California. So the first 2 weekends, the first 2 Sundays of November is the patchwork show. One's in Tustin and one is in Long Beach. So I'm still waiting for, I applied, so I think I'll get in because I've gotten in before. So I'm assuming I got in. But I'm preparing for those shows, and I'd like to showcase 40 pieces per show. So I'm going to show you guys the whole process, either in this full video or in multiple videos. I'm not totally sure yet. But yeah, we're going to be wedging today. So I'm going to show you the process of doing that. So for wedging, I kind of cleaned, it's been a while since I've used my little table, so I cleaned all that off. And all I really need to wedge is my wire tool to cut the clay, and my little scale. I usually cut the clay to be 1 pound to 5 pounds, depending on what type of form I'm making. So I need this, and then obviously my clay, and that's all I really need to wedge. And I also have my handy dandy box of tools here in case I need it. But for this process, I won't really be needing most of these. Maybe the ruler, so I'll put that over here as well. I like to make sure the size of each wedge piece of clay is about the same. So when I throw it, they're kind of the same size, which makes it easier for me to form. So currently working with B-Mix clay. Here it is. I'll give you a better look in a second. This is all wedged, measured and wedged, and this is going to look, when it comes out of the kiln, something like this without the speckles. So I thought, while this is a really beautiful plate, I think the effect I want is more without the speckles, but we'll see, and I'll give you a better look. It's a little hard to do it like this. Here's a close-up of the clay. It's so buttery. I love to work with it. This is called B-Mix. I got it from Laguna Clay. And I use it for pieces that I want to be more vibrant, like the Desert Sunrise collection. So this is a little bit, I didn't put as much pink on this one, so it's not as vibrant. It's a little more earthy. But this is what the clay actually looks like once it's fired. Oh, wait, let me turn this around. And I'm sorry, my cat is very upset that he can't be a part of this. He's inside, but this is what the clay looks like, very speckled. And I do love that it's speckled. I prefer speckled clay, but I think I want to try a little bit more clean look for the Desert Sunrise and a couple other designs I have in mind, but this has been a favorite the past couple seasons. So I want to change it up a bit with the non-speckled clay. Here is the speckled buff clay, all wedged. And once fired, it will turn into something like this, kind of like a toasty light brown with the black speckles in it. One of my faves. So I wanted to show you an example of my overall plan. So I need to get a little bit more organized about this stuff if I want to produce more pieces. So I have my different clays, 5 of them. And underneath I have the different designs that I have in mind for each type of clay. So I'm trying to stay really organized. Starting with the B-Mix, this is kind of my first round. And then, moving on. So yeah, excited about, this is kind of a lot. So we'll see if I can do all of it, but there's certain ones that I'm for sure gonna do. Like this black clay is so amazing. I can't wait to work with it. Terracotta is gonna be really fun. That's a lower fired clay and glaze that I use with it. So that'll be fun for a little change up. Then the darker browns, the speckled buff that I've used a lot, and the B mix that I've used a lot just without, this time it's without the speckles. So this is kind of an example of my general plan. This is a more disastrous version. So I take a lot of notes in my notebook, especially for different glazes that these are the ones that I bought, but different glazes that I combined. So anyway, yeah, it's really important for me to have a notebook and kind of like a way to organize myself and remember what I did. But this is the general for the holiday collection, fall, winter collection, and this is kind of the general plan. And I have some of my samples here that I've ended up keeping. So I kind of have a reference for everything. All right, we have a finished bag of 1 pound, 2 pound, and I did do a 4 pound for a ramen bowl. So 1 down, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7 to go.